My father once told me to always live for my family, for my clan, and for my pride. He said, "You are a weapon for your brother. You must walk as his shadow, always remain his shadow." But then a man appears and says, "Wow, I'm impressed. You fought the strongest knight on this continent, and still you won, you defeated him. I must say, you are truly the brother of our Lord, our Master. You have single-handedly defeated so many. Truly impressive Ken work." And then our hero, seeing the man talking, says, "Boris, I won't let you go." And guys, upon seeing our hero, Boris starts laughing. But then our hero summons his power and says, "Why did you kill me? Why did you do this? I was a part of your team. Who told you to kill me? Was it the emperor of this nation? Tell me." But guys, seeing our hero's power, Boris says, "Ah, this black mist, it's exactly like the rumor said about you. You truly are an evil person. Not only that, but you become infamous as assassin of the mist. That's why we're here to kill you today." And with that, our hero begins to release his black aura. Seeing this, Boris says, "This black aura, this black mist, it's the sign of the Black Havens, meaning you're evil. Heaven is supposed to be good, but this black mist signifies evil. You are a bad person. After this, I will report to my superiors that we have vanquished a demon of evil." To this, our hero summons his weapon and says, Yeah, go tell them, but first, let me warn you, you won't leave here alive. You won't have a tongue to speak with or teeth to chew with. I promise, I will not let you live." To this, Boris replies, "You demon, you can't touch me, because the 9th class mage has put a barrier here." Got it. Upon hearing this, our hero starts thinking, "I need to get out of here quickly and reveal Boris's true identity to my brother, that he wants to kill us." And guys, with that thought in mind, our hero responds to Boris saying, "You said there's a barrier here? I will tear it down." Hearing this, Boris gets confused. But then, our hero's brother arrives and says, "Enough, stop now." As soon as our hero sees his brother, he gets extremely confused and astonished, wondering why he is here. And guys, upon seeing him, our hero recalls his father's words, "I will live as my brother's shadow. His victory will be my victory, and he will one day become the successor of this clan." Our hero thinks, "Ashel, did you call me here to kill me? Were you behind this plan? Do you want to kill me, Ashel?" Our hero's elder brother's name is Ashel. "Ashel, do you want to kill me? Was this entire plan yours?" And with that thought, our hero falls to his knees. Seeing this, his elder brother Ashel says, "Jan, what's wrong with you? You seem very confused upon seeing me here." To this, our hero replies, "Ashel, why are you here? What does this mean? Are you here to kill me?" Ashel responds, "Jen, you have fulfilled your responsibilities and duties well. For the people here, for our family, and especially for me, you've made everything much easier. That's why I want to remove this burden from your shoulders. I want to give your shoulders some rest. You don't need to do anything anymore." But guys, our hero asks, "Brother, I don't understand. Why are you doing this?" To this, Ashel, his elder brother, replies, "You still don't get it, do you, Kyan? This demonic aura coming out of you. You're not human anymore. You've become a demon. Who knows how many deaths you've caused, how many people you've killed. It must have been countless killings that earned you this black aura. You're a demon, and you've fooled us for so long. Can you still say you've committed no sin? That you haven't killed anyone? Can you say that, Kyan?" Hearing this, our hero starts thinking, "My sins? My crimes? What nonsense are you talking about, my brother? When you had to fight with the Emperor, when you had to battle the Demon King's army, when you had to kill the Demon King and rule over the entire capital and the nation, I was with you every step of the way. I followed all your commands and removed every thorn from your path. It was because of me that you became the king here. My life's purpose was always to help you, because that's what I was taught. And now you're calling me a demon, casting me out, trying to kill me? For 20 years, I worked like a dog for you. Why can't you understand? Fine. I don't care anymore if my body is destroyed, if every drop of my blood spills out. If I can kill you and destroy this place in the process, I'll do it. I'll destroy the entire world. And with those words, Kain begins to release his demonic aura, and it's enormous. Seeing this, the knights standing nearby say, even though this man is dying, he still has so much mana. He truly is an evil person. But Guise, our hero, summoning all his powers, says, You're the hero here, and yet you're trying to kill your younger brother because you fear him. Don't you feel ashamed? How can you even call yourself a hero? Upon hearing this, Ashel becomes furious, and at that moment, Kain attacks him, and the two begin fighting fiercely. While attacking, Kain thinks to himself, just one chance. That's all I need. One chance to kill Ashel, and I'll launch my strike, ending him right there. Meanwhile, Ashel is also attacking with full force. Our hero thinks, if I can hit his weak point, he won't be able to regenerate his powers, and that will be the end for him. At that moment, Kain gets an opportunity and attacks Ashel. But suddenly, a barrier appears in front of him, blocking the attack. It turns out that Boris is the one who created the barrier with his magic, stopping Kain's attack. Then Ashel says, You bastard! And with that, he stabs his sword into our hero's stomach, causing Kain's demonic sword to fall from his hand. Ashel then says, You're my younger brother, so I wanted to give you a peaceful death, without any pain. But look, you forced me to give you a painful death. See, you've finally shown your true colors. I've known from the start, I always had a feeling that you were a demon. It's a good thing I never trusted you. You were always a monster. With those words, Ashel kicks our hero hard and pulls out his sword. He then says, Let's go. Kain's end has come. His story is over. Meanwhile, Kain, lying on the ground, thinks, Is this really my end? Was I meant to live my life like this and die like this? How foolish I am. Before his death, our hero wants to finish off Ashel, so he makes a sneak attack on him, catching Ashel completely off guard. As he gets close, our hero yells, Die, Ashel, and launches a powerful attack on him. Just as the sword is about to reach Ashel's neck, Ashel uses his holy sword, which holds sacred power, to deliver a strong slash on our hero. And guys, with that, our hero's story seemingly comes to an end. But then, suddenly, our hero's eyes snap open, and he finds himself in an unfamiliar place. He checks his neck, surprised to find that it's intact. Just then, a voice calls out, Young master, how long will you keep sleeping? Please, get yourself together. You need to head for training. Hurry up. Hearing this, our hero looks at the maid and says, Emily? What are you doing here? Confused, he thinks. Wait, this is Emily, my servant from 20 years ago, but why does she still look the same? Exactly like she did back then? Wait, hold on. This room, it's the same room I stayed in when I was a child. And the furniture, it's the same? Could it be? Have I gone back in time? Emily interrupts his thoughts, saying, Master Kain, stop pretending. I know you don't want to train, but no matter what, you have to. So get up and get ready. Hearing this, Kain responds, Training? What training? I don't need any training. The scene shifts, and we are shown the word clan. Our hero, Kain, is a part of this clan, and the scene reveals the word clan's duchy. Kain reflects on this, realizing, I've really returned to the past. This is the word clan. But how is this possible? Is this the scene where, before death, you relive your entire life? But how can that be? Everything feels so real. Every moment, I remember it clearly, because today is February 15th, the year 1950, and after today, I was supposed to enter the academy. Every year, there's a competition in this clan to decide which child will enter the academy next. But this year, my father, who is the head of the word clan, personally came and created a huge commotion, making everyone serious. My opponent in the competition was Krenz Vert, my half-brother, who is the same age as me. Because of his mother, Margaret Vert, Krenz had gained a lot of importance in my father's eyes. But I was just a son, and after losing that fight today, everyone started laughing at me, seeing me as a joke. Even my father stopped paying attention to me after today's battle. He distanced himself from me. As Kyan remembers this, Emily says, "Young master, why don't you just give up? Then you won't have to fight anymore." To this, our hero replies, "Don't worry. I just have to beat him. It's not a big deal." But in his mind, he thinks, "Even my servants have started to look down on me now." Then, Kyan notices the weapon he's holding. It's a rapier, a weapon known for powerful attacks. He realizes, this rapier is really heavy. Yeah, it's too heavy for someone my age. This doesn't feel like a dream. It feels real. There's no magic in this world that can send someone back in time. This is reality. Have I really returned to the past? Vat, who says, "Let the fight begin." And with that, the fight starts. Cranes, the hero's brother, says, "Hey, idiot, where are you looking? I'm right here. Take my attack." But just then, as the attack comes towards him, the hero thinks, "What is this? A snail? Why is it so slow?" He takes a step back, and as Cranes tries to land his attack, the hero has already moved out of the way, so the attack doesn't land. Cranes says, "You dodged like a coward, didn't you? Get ready to face my next attack." But as soon as the hero hears this, he instantly disarms Cranes with a strike, shocking him. The hero then kicks Cranes hard on the knee, causing him a lot of pain. Cranes falls to the ground, clutching his knee, and starts crying. His mother rushes over, saying, "Cranes, my son, are you okay?" Crane's father is astonished by what he sees. Meanwhile, the hero is thinking about what to do next. He knows that if he puts a sword to Crane's neck, the duel will be over, but that's not enough. Cranes had always bullied him when they were younger, and even when the hero went to the academy, Cranes never stopped harassing him. So the hero thinks, "I need revenge. I'm going to beat him so badly that he'll never show his face again, never dare to challenge me in the future." With that, the hero delivers a brutal kick to Crane's face, causing him to cough up blood and fall unconscious. And with this, the scene shifts to the palace. The hero, now the winner of the duel, is summoned by his father. He wonders if his victory was impressive enough to catch his father's attention. As he walks with his father's trusted knight, Lucken, the hero feels proud to be in the presence of someone so important. Just then, his stepmother emerges from the room and the hero thinks, "Looks like she was trying to badmouth me and talk about Cranes to my father." But from the look on her face, it seems she didn't get the response she wanted. "Ha! It looks like she stepped in poop." With a smirk, the hero asks, "How is Cranes doing? Is he okay?" Crane's mother snaps back, "How dare you ask about him after you beat him so badly? Has your brain turned to mush?" The hero ignores her and walks away, saying, "That's how duels work. One wins and one loses." But Crane's mother yells after him, "Only a bastard child like you would think that way. This is why a bastard should never be allowed to become a true child of the family. Your mother was just a concubine, and you should be begging on the streets." Hearing this, the hero gets furious. He thinks, Crane's mother has crossed the line. Should I kill her right here? No. I know how to make her suffer. I won't kill her quickly. I'll make her die slowly, and I know how to do it well. Thinking this, the hero says, Madam, you know I'm going to the same college as your son Krenz, right? The madam, Duchy, responds, What are you implying? The hero says, Madam, you wouldn't want your son to leave there with all his limbs intact. I could break all his limbs and then expel him from the academy. Don't you care about him? Aren't you his mother? Hearing this, the madam becomes very angry and immediately says, How dare you, you bastard! She tries to slap the hero, but just then, the hero's bodyguard arrives and says, Madam, please forgive us, but we can't be any later. The Duke has summoned us immediately, so we must leave without delay. All right, we're leaving now. Hearing this, the madam becomes very troubled and angry. Meanwhile, the hero stands behind the knight thinking, My father's orders are supreme here. The scene then shifts to Duke Ward's room, where Duke Ward says, Come in. The hero arrives and says, I am Ken Ward, the youngest son of the Ward clan. Greetings, father. As he says this, the hero reflects, It has been 15 years since I last met Duke Ward face to face. The hero begins to explain that Duke William as Ward is the highest duke of the VS realm, and also the lord of this land. He is the Duke of the Eastern Empire, but is known in this continent by another name, Guardian of the Continent. This title comes from the fact that he single-handedly defeated the entire demon army a long time ago, using his knowledge, magical power, and wisdom. He saved everyone, relying only on himself, and defeating everyone without trusting anyone. He protected everyone until his death after the Demon King's invasion. He fought until the end on the battlefield. In the hero's view, someone who fights only for their country and doesn't think about themselves or their family is a hypocrite. Duke Ward then says, You've shown good swordsmanship. You saw the sword coming when Krenz attacked you and dodged it by paying attention to its direction. The hero responds, What did I do? The Duke explains that instead of focusing on Kren's attack, the hero focused on the sword's position and dodged by stepping back. He then asks where the hero learned such swordsmanship. The hero replies that he didn't learn it from anyone but practiced every night, and that is the result of his practice. Duke Ward then asks, From what I know about you, you never showed interest in swordsmanship. Why did you hide your abilities? Why did you want to keep your excellent swordsmanship hidden? The hero replies that he didn't want to attract attention and was content being alone. Duke Ward says, You didn't do anything special. When you fought Krenz, you defeated him so badly that he is still in the hospital. Well, you defeated Krenz, but don't you think what you did after defeating him was unnecessary? Shouldn't you have refrained from that? The hero starts to think deeply about these observations. Oh, this Duke's question is very pressuring. He wants to put pressure on me and get me to reveal what I can do. Then, thinking about this, our hero says, I wanted to prove something, father. So Duke asks, What do you want to prove? To which our hero replies, I wanted to prove that I am better than Crane. I share the same blood as him, but I am still better. I also wanted to prove that I am not inferior to anyone and that I can achieve everything. You have already proven to be a very reliable person. Hearing this, our hero is very surprised and starts thinking, Why should I become Ashel's helper? If I become his helper, I will end up as I did in my previous life, getting killed again. No, I must change this. I cannot be his helper. In my previous life, My father was obsessed with my elder brother Ashel's power and considered himself very grateful because of it. But in this life, I must change this. I must prove myself. Then Duke What asks, "Tell me, my son, what do you want?" "You want a duel, and I want to give you something. Tell me what you want from your heart, and I will give it to you." Hearing this, our hero thinks, I need to change everything. I need to stop Ashel and make a place in my father's heart. I need to change everything. And thinking this, our hero says, "Father, what I want is..." And we are not told what our hero asked for. The scene shifts to Emily, who is yelling, "What did you say? You want to go to the battlefield? You asked your father for this? Have you lost your mind? Do you even know what kind of place it is? There are monsters and insects everywhere, always ready to devour you. Do you really want to go there?" Hearing Emily's words, our hero starts explaining the battleground, saying, "Between Lamina Valley and the city of Velaz, there's a place where battlegrounds constantly occur and many monsters and demons come there. This place is known as the real battlefield. My father considers it a very dangerous place where deaths happen daily. When I first asked him to go there, he was very surprised and kept refusing. But then he set a condition. If I prepare myself within a month and pass his test, he will let me go to the battlefield. But even then, I don't consider myself ready. I don't know if I have the power within me. In a month, will I be able to make myself powerful? Regardless, I will not give up. I will make myself powerful. My body needs strength, and for that, training is required. I will train to regain the powers I had in my past life. It's good that the battle sense and fighting skills I had in my past life are still with me at this age, along with the powers I initially had. His powers still have a little bit of magic left in them, but as our hero is thinking about all this, suddenly someone shouts from behind the door, "What are you doing?" Hearing this, our hero looks forward and says, "Hey, Alice, what are you doing here?" Alice immediately rushes over and grabs our hero by the collar, saying, Have you lost your mind? Are you out of your mind? I heard you asked Dad for permission to go to the battlefield. Have you gone crazy?" To this, our hero replies, Hey, let go of my collar first, then we can talk." Alice, who is our hero's elder sister, says, "Do you think that since you beat Crane, your attitude and arrogance have gone to your head, and that's why you're talking nonsense? All right, fine. Come with me to the rooftop, and we'll duel. If you win, I'll let you go to the battlefield. But if you lose, you'll have to reconsider your decision." The scene then shifts to the rooftop where our hero and Alice are standing face to face, preparing for a fight. Alice says, "Okay, if you can endure my attacks for 3 minutes, I'll let you go to the battlefield." Our hero replies, "Alice, is all this really necessary? Please don't do this." Alice then asks, "Just answer one thing. Are you doing all this to gain the family title? Do you want to become a legitimate son rather than an illegitimate one?" Hearing this, our hero thinks, she thinks I'm after the family title. I'm not interested in that at all. Seeing no response from him, Alice says, "So it means you're after the title. Let's see. Draw your sword and fight me." Our hero thinks, "Oh man, I just fought Crane this morning, and now I have to fight my elder sister. My day is going from bad to worse." Alice charges at our hero, and he is taken aback, but manages to defend himself with his sword. Alice is surprised and thinks, how did this 7-year-old kid dodge and defend my attacks? Alice steps back and thinks, a repair weapon shouldn't have this much power. It's very light. Even so, can dodge and defend it against my attack. Is my brother lucky, or does he really have good swordsmanship? She then says, "My brother, your swordsmanship has improved significantly. I won't go easy on you now." Our hero thinks, "I'm in trouble now." Alice continues attacking Ken with a series of strikes, which he defends and counters effectively. Then Alice tries to deliver a powerful strike, but Ken defends against it with his repair sword. To Alice's surprise, Ken cuts her long sword in half with his repair sword, and as he is about to attack, he realizes, "Damn it, I didn't control my power well," and he twists his weapon to avoid hitting Alice, who is astonished. He pulls back his hand so that his sister can escape. Then both of them leap away from each other, moving to opposite sides. Our hero then sits down and begins to think, "If I hadn't twisted my hand, I would have killed my sister today. How could I have done that? This isn't right. My mid-form short technique is designed to kill. It can take someone's life in one blow. I don't have the powers to fight for a long time, so I use this power, but I shouldn't have. When will these 3 minutes end? I'm boosting my powers to use them against my sister, but I won't be able to last much longer. I'm going to give up soon. My powers are running out." Just then, as our hero is thinking, his sister activates her magic power, calling out, "Goddess of Earth, come to me and become my sword. Fight alongside me." Seeing this, our hero is astonished and thinks, "That's a 6th class magic power." And now, she activates her RA blade. Does she want to kill me? Meanwhile, Alice, who has gone mad, keeps repeating, "I can't lose, I can't lose, I can't lose, I can't lose." Our hero looks at her eyes and realizes, "I see now. Her eyes tell me that I have no chance of surviving, even if I can endure one of her attacks. The shockwave will be so strong that I'll fall from the skill wall and die for sure. I have only one chance left to save myself from my sister, and that is my guardian knight. Please, knight, come out and protect me. Please, please, please." With that, both continue to fight. Our hero activates his powers to attack his sister, while Alice, activating her RA blade, attacks him. Just as Alice is about to unleash her full power attack, Illukin, our hero's father's bodyguard, arrives. He steps in because secretly, he is protecting our hero. He says, "Stop, both of you." Immediately, Illukin blocks Alice's sword and lifts our hero by his collar. As Illukin and Alice's powers clash, a massive aura blast occurs. Illukin then says, "Miss Alice, this is your little brother. Show some mercy. He is only a 7-year-old child. You shouldn't use such harsh techniques on him." Hearing this, our hero thinks, "I knew Illukin was close by. I was sure that if he weren't here, I'd be in a terrible state." Then Alice regains her senses and shouts, "Oh no! What have I done? Forgive me, my brother. I hurt you. My mind was a bit out of control. Please forgive me. I just wanted to stop you from going to the battlefield. I was obsessed and scared. That's why." Our hero reflects, "This is how my sister is. She always gives her 100%. My sister Alice was the best student in her academy. She achieved A's in all subjects and was the most famous girl in her class. Her beauty was extraordinary, and everyone called her the child of the gods. She was excellent in swordsmanship and magic, and everyone called her the second guardian of this continent, with the first guardian being SL. Vert, meaning my older brother, was what he was called. However, a few days later, my sister joined the knight's army, and shortly after, she was killed. Someone had killed her. As our hero is thinking about this, he tightly embraces Alice, saying, "I miss you, Alice. I promise I won't let you die this time." Seeing this, Alice asks, Ian, what are you doing? At that moment, Aldians intervenes, saying, Knight, you went to war to protect Dad, right? What are you doing here? The knight responds, Your father ordered me to protect your younger brother secretly. I couldn't tell anyone because it had to be kept secret, so I was watching your fight from a distance. But things had escalated too much, so I had to come forward. Meanwhile, our hero is thinking, I knew, Lucan, that you were around. That's why I was going all out in this battle, unable to control myself. I knew you'd intervene to stop it. With that thought, our hero falls asleep, and Alice remarks, Have you fallen asleep? No matter how good a fighter you become, you're still just a child. The next day is shown, where our hero is exercising, and tells us that Alice had returned to the academy because she had only come briefly to see him. Our hero is counting his push-ups, thinking, I want to make my body strong, but even after starting exercise, I can only manage 10 push-ups. 10 is a big deal for me. I've been doing this for 2 weeks, but nothing seems to change. My body was so good in my past life, and I miss it. I need a solution to this problem, some power that can make my body stronger. Someone help me. At that moment, Emily arrives and says, Young master, Alice asked me to deliver something to you and said you should have this. Hearing this, our hero asks, Has it arrived? Emily responds, What is this, sir? It smells very bad. Seeing this, our hero thinks, Oh, this is Hellhound's blood. I asked Alice for this, and she really sent it. This Hellhound's blood is only found in Lamina Valley, which is why I was thinking about how to acquire it. Then I remembered the black market. Indeed, you can find anything in the black market. This Hellhound's blood is considered highly poisonous because its stench is terrible, and drinking it can cause severe burning sensations in the stomach like fire. But its effect is that it can permanently increase a person's strength and mana. Many people consider it just a rumor, so no one has tried it. But I know what it does perfectly because I consumed it a lot in my past life. Emily says, Master, don't drink this. Are you really going to drink it? Our hero responds, Emily, don't worry. I'll use the powers I gain wisely. I still remember the first food I ate from your hands was the most poisonous food in this world. It was that mushroom soup you made for me, which was so bitter that compared to this hellhound's blood, it was nothing. This blood is very good. Emily, I'm going out for a while to train. Please take care of everything here. Our hero says. With that he thinks, Let's see if this blood works or not. The scene then shifts outside the academy, where our hero arrives.